Hey guys, so before we start the video, I don't even have my new mic, so I probably will sound a lot different in the actual main parts of the video than in this clip right now. But I want to say first, because of course there's going to be a lot of names floating around and a lot of facts and a lot of non-facts and also a lot of proof as well. Do not go after these people. These people have lives away from the game, although it may not seem that they do in this video or in the next video. They do not go after them. Let them die out on their own. Let's get started. So for those who don't know, Spooned is an operator on the Betalands Minecraft server, and on the Discord as well, for that server. But a lot of people are starting to question his judgment, rather recently, so I wanted to make this whole video basically explaining why he should not be the damn owner of the server, nor should he be an operator in the first place, because that's just a dangerous position for someone to be in when they have all the power and they don't use it correctly. Because if you're going to be the owner slash operator slash staff member of a server, you're going to need to have some patience, some integrity. You're going to have to be nice most of the time, because for those who don't know it, that's kind of why if you work in a grocery store and you start talking back to the customers, they can report you. Like, how many times have you heard Karens do that? But yeah, that's a thing, and you're actually supposed to be nice to customers, because if you're not, they won't buy anything, and then you lose money. So that kind of comes back to my theory that Spoon is just trying to ruin the server, but I'll get to that in a minute. Spooned is this guy that is an operator of the Betalands server, and he isn't doing a very good job, and a lot of his judgment has come into question rather recently, and a lot of people have kind of hated him, and we still hate him. Our hatred for Betalands will not go away until Spooned is officially knocked down to at least moderator and probably helper. He should never have come close to getting the operator role based on his judgment nowadays. I've never seen someone berate so many people the second he hears something he doesn't like to hear. It's so bad and it's out of hand, and Johnny needs to do something about this. The Spoon guy, I don't know how old he is. He's probably pretty young. Younger than I am, and I'm 18, by the way. He's probably like 16 or something, because that's the age when you start being edgy and you start trying to grasp. And that's what he does, he grasps. I don't know a lot about his personal life or his, if he's even a he in the first place, because I've never heard him speak in a voice chat ever. So yeah, that's basically all the backstory that I have put together so far. There may be more in the next video once more of him comes to light. I'll get to my friends in a few moments, but I wanted to talk about my specific incident and what was involved with that. So, let's get started with that. So basically, every single damn time I interacted with this guy, I got a super nasty response, whatever I did. But I guess this time I had had enough, and I decided to talk back, which probably wasn't the best of ideas, but it also wasn't one of the worst of ideas either. This guy needs to be taught a lesson, and I guess I'm not the one to teach him, but I'm gonna make the video anyway, because why not? I like editing, and feel like I can, so there you go. So basically, this video that you're seeing sped up right now is the video that I made maybe a few weeks ago trying to get some hype for this video. I'll go over that very quickly right now. So basically, my friend got banned on Betalands, and I was trying to figure out why, and I asked this Spooned kid for proof that was used to prosecute, and what I got back was basically this. I said, people have been false banned before. I haven't, but a lot of other people have been. This might be one of those times. Please take a second look. Which is reasonable. I would do that. And instead what I get back is a fuck no. Not really, but that's what I'm gonna guess he's saying here. And I get a screenshot, basically, well, proving what he said was true, which, good enough for me. But then he says, grow fucking brain, you nonce, which, pretty sure he doesn't even know what a nonce means, but okay. And then he makes fun of me by pointing out what I said and how wrong it was, which just isn't cool, okay? And that's just a brief sample of what he does on a daily basis. When he doesn't like what someone's saying, he retaliates tenfold. Oh yeah, and then he points out the fact that I wasn't looking at the right screenshot, and basically called me an idiot by pointing out the fact that this is actually my Discord profile description thing. The bio is what I'm going to call it. So yeah, that's the bio, and for some reason he felt the need to point that out like an absolute dickhead. And then, if that wasn't bad enough, he goes on saying, maybe you can parse the text in the giant screenshot with your epic text skills, ooh. And then I ask a legitimate question, when was this? Because I wasn't looking at this, I was looking at this. And then he makes fun of me again, saying, when was this? In that capitalization type that's supposed to be making fun of someone, and that's directed towards me. So yeah, he might help you out, but he's gonna make a big joke out of you in the meantime. I don't even know how this guy got moderator. Then I say, alright, and then I say, also talking this way is why I doubt you. I don't remember where I said that. It was in this conversation somewhere. Oh wait, no, it's right here. I am blind again. Might be blind, but it's not something you should make fun of people for. Then he says, you attack my staff and continually piss me off. I really had it with your shit. And then I say, as I have with yours, thanks though, because he did kinda help. I mean, he was a dick while doing it, but he did at least help. And then he false mutes someone again, but this time it's me. And then he has the nerve to post this random video, which I didn't even care to watch because I already know what it is. It's some kind of dumbass video that's meant to imply me as a dumbass. I'm a dumbass, but I'm not that much of a dumbass. And he got false banned, and all the evidence points that way, which it did. If you were there from the beginning, you would know it looks like he was false banned, and you cannot deny that. If you were to deny it, and you were to exclamate that opinion, you would be wrong. It would be a wrong opinion, because that's just not true, and you know it. And all I asked for was the evidence, or for you to please take a second look. And you did one of the two, but then you were a dick about it. And that's just not alright with me. Nor is it for anyone else. So maybe next time, if you don't want your players to give you shit, maybe stop handing it out first. If someone asks you to do something, especially an old player / dominator / a freaking veteran / person that probably knows more about this shit than you do it. You don't fight them tooth and nail about it. You don't go around berating everyone for no reason. You don't go around being a shit staff member, because that's not your job. Your job is to make the server a better place, and all you've managed to do is make it the worst server that I've ever been on. This used to be the place that I met my best friends on, but you've ruined it. I love this server, and I'm sick of watching you break it. You're an idiot, you're a massive dickhead, and no one likes you. So anyways, let's move on to the third segment of this video, which are the interviews with the players that have been wronged by Spooned and Betalands as well. Let's go. Okay, so here's the first interview that I did with a friend, and as you can see, it's a pretty long one, so let's get right into it. In June 2019, I didn't even know how to make a town or even what town he was. I had only been playing Betalands for less than a month. A guy is TP'd over to my house, and he starts getting inside my house. I instinctively start to pour lava on him to get him to run out, obviously using a laggy-ass laptop and shitty Wi-Fi that didn't even set him on fire by the time he homed. Very key part of this, he never died or was harmed. He made a report to the admins. Beazle joined the server. Now people are flocking over to my base in the news of a player being banned. Me. After 20 minutes of arguing, I get banned for a month of nothing. I told myself that the server is fucking bullshit and I'm never going back. It's now September of 2019. I rejoined Betalands for the first time in 4 months to see everything exactly how I left it. A few more months go by with just simple bullshit of players trolling and staff ignoring it. February of 2020, where everything starts going downhill very quickly. During November 2019, I made this mistake of changing my name to MC_Spaz, and by Christmas, I was able to change it back. During this period, after I changed my username, someone had used my now alt username to grief. Now I knew nothing of this, and I had already moved on from that account. February rolls around and Spoon starts screaming about how I was ban evading by changing my username and using my normal account. I tell him to check the IPs. One of the IPs is not connected to any of my PCs. That matter in the argument? No, because then Spoon would be wrong, right? Yeah. So they banned me for 3 months. 3 months passes, and I'm back. 3 months passes, and I'm back playing once more. The server is full of more trolls and staff that turn their backs even more on it, with only very few times where they would even attempt to do anything about it. From here starts the massive amounts of retarded arguments in the Discord server by people who shouldn't even have been allowed to stay in the server. Now, like they always punished me and didn't do anything about the people who are typing in all caps and cussing up a storm while I sat back and talked calmly and basically laughed my way through it because of how fucking dumb some of these people were. March 2021, the end of almost all active players on this Minecraft server. Like always, people were trolling on the server and I was trying to stream. Julius Van makes the decision to pour lava on me, causing him to pick all my stuff and for me to lose my things as well. He never will admit to pouring lava on me except for the fact that he cut out every part of his video where I was set on fire and died along with the fact that he had a lava bucket in his inventory. An hour or two goes by of Julius Van trolling me even more by throwing my items out in a public place, letting random people take my stuff. Julius Van was never banned for this, but the guy kept TPing everywhere with him to take my shit and banned for nothing.
We do not care.
Julius Van was never banned for this, but the guy he kept TPing everywhere with him to take my shit was banned for trolling. I, full of pure rage and a pair of glasses, started removing all the members in my town, along with deleting the town. After half an hour or so of settling down, I gave my final fuck yous to all the staff of a few members who only joined just to troll 24/7. I took one final walk around the entire town and Old Ohio, left the server, and by next morning I was permanently banned for disrespect and staff disrespect. Which is so ironic for how much shit I put myself through for 2 years playing on that server just so I could play with my friends and attempt at having a fun time. Now you may be still wondering what I meant by the end of almost all active players, which has a pretty simple answer. See, there was a grand total of about 10 players or so still playing on the server regularly, or even at all, which included me and all the people I became friends with over that time of being on there constantly. And after the insanity of what happened, all of us decided to quit entirely and branch off on our own to create our own server to do what we wanted to on. This server is still alive and active by me, has a good amount of my friends. While it is still on 1.16.5, I am planning on making a beta 1.7.3 server, and I have almost everything I need to get it up and running. I'll talk about that more later. You may have heard stories from Betalands staff or members about how I left being so much different than how I've explained it. Now from them all, I have even pushed myself to try and figure out. They all still have the same story, that I left the server and had a freak out over one missing stone slab, which is not true in any fashion. Didn't leave because some asshole refused to give my stuff back. I didn't leave because they wouldn't do the right thing and let me get my stuff back. I left because of the reason it had even started in the first place. Because of the total fucking oblivious shit to any and all trolling. Julius Van is one of 9,000 different people that I have dealt with over the past 2 years on the server. Julius Van is the only one that has been able to last the longest, and he is completely immune to all staff punishments. I have had so many fucking bullshit arguments, and nights ruined by people doing the same sort of shit, and then never being punished for it. And that's Spaz's interview. The next player I interviewed goes by the name of Baffled. During my time playing on the server, this guy named Dashi04, who was, in short, an ironic that constantly acted toxic in chat. Sweets never punished him for some reason, which I assume was because he was a veteran. And Sweets is an interesting person. I've been told by some that he's literally insane. Back when I was a donator on a server, I disagreed with him on the way he treated certain aspects of handling the community. Not sure what it was specifically, but I was simply disagreeing with him. People named JM03 and CRMX, formerly known as Swag and former Betalands admin, didn't agree with the way he was running things either. I was promptly told by Sweets on Discord to fuck off and have fun with your fuck buddies, and then I was banned from the Betalands Discord and the server for a simple disagreement. I also remember when Betalands tried to partner with RetroMC to create Retrolands. Actually, I do remember that as well. It was a 1.12.2 Minecraft server. I kinda had fun on it, but there weren't a lot of people on it. It eventually failed because I'm pretty sure Sweets acted like he owned everything and was just a dickhead in general. When Beazle became the owner of Betalands, it got pretty quiet until Spoond took it over. Spoond does not like me. Actually, I'm pretty sure he doesn't like anyone, because like most other people he dislikes, I disagree with how he acts. He's a spoiled control freak that punishes anybody who dares to go against his word. The pictures are lost to time, but there was some old screenshots of him saying he didn't care about his server or his player base while he was owner. In the second part, I'll try to track down those. I had no clue Beazle was the owner at some point. He's a pretty good dude, so I could imagine. Johnny sort of sits there and lets Spoond take everything over, which is why I refer to Spoond as the owner of Betalands. Technically Retro MC as well, he just does whatever he wants. We tried to get him to vote it before, but it didn't work. So Johnny is basically the owner in name, but Spoond runs it all. Sweets and Spoond have single-handedly ruined the beta community. And then we go on to talk about how Spoond was really rude in the screenshots that I publicized in my other videos about this topic. And yep, all I did was go against his word, because his word isn't really that valuable to begin with. So going against his word isn't really that hard to imagine. And he is definitely such a child. You guys may be wondering why this is in text and not in a voice chat. Well, that's basically because I decided and went ahead and made the executive decision that I didn't need to be in a voice chat with anyone to have an interview, and all I basically needed them to do was say what happened and explain it in their own words, because the people that are still staff on Betalands, they're gonna tend to have a pretty strong bias for the server, which is why I haven't interviewed Johnny, because if he hasn't done anything about it so far, he sure as hell is not going to do something about it now. And that's all for the interviews for now. In the second video, I will try to have more interviews completed, but right now I'm trying to rush to get this video out. It doesn't really appear to be much of a rush to you guys, because it's been a while since I first teased the video a few weeks ago, and I was gonna get it done in those next few days, but I just couldn't for several reasons, but I'm doing it now. So yeah, and another thing, there's other players that I plan to interview. Till next time, I'm Jaden Lemieux, and I'll see you all next time. See you guys and have a great day. And fuck Betalands.